It kind of pains me to say this today, but I think President Biden needs to step down.
We're talking about the demise of democracy here, which is what Joe Biden should have said in his wrap-up speech at the end.
He looked elderly yesterday. He sounded elderly. He is elderly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm literally losing my voice after yelling at the TV yesterday in celebration of Donald Trump putting a spanking on Joe Biden.
Relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
But I could not wait to wake up this morning and look at The View. I have never anticipated watching The View this much ever in my life. I could not wait to see them cackling hens crying over Joe Biden's performance. This video is brought to you by Ground.News. We'll talk about that in a second. Like and subscribe to the channel. The biggest thing I need you guys to do, hit the like button. Like. If you don't do nothing else, hit the like button. If you don't watch the full video, I don't care, hit the like button. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my voice. I was yelling like a madman at a UFC fight when Donald Trump was putting a smackdown on Joe Biden. No one in human history has lost that bad in a debate. And it wasn't just his words, because his words suck, his policies are terrible. I mean, he literally looked like he was stroking out in the middle of the freaking debate. I think he glitched a couple times. He was blanked out. The most epic part of the debate was when Donald Trump, Donald Trump was America. He was over there stuttering and bumbling around on his words. And Donald Trump looked at him like, bro, you good over there? And I swear that's what everybody was thinking in America. Then they came to him and he said, I don't know what he said. And he don't even know what he said.
Relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
If he wasn't an old, evil hag, I probably would feel sorry for him, but I don't. Let me tell you about our sponsor, Ground.News. Ground.News. One of the things I love about Ground.News is all the features that they have. When you go to a website, you don't want to just go to a website where you get confirmation bias. You want to go to a website where you say, look, I want to look at the totality of what's being said. That's why your boy, I always got the facts right, and I ain't never wrong, because I look at both sides. But one of the cool things here, when you talk about the Trump takeaway, is you can see what the left is saying, center and right. Funny thing about the left, and you'll never see this ever in the history, it says Biden, and this is the left's response, and they have a tab called bias comparison, but it says Biden's 81 appears halting and forgetful, raising worries in the Democrat Party. Concerns about Biden's age heightens during the debate. Trump delivers, and this is what they say, which we all know is bullcrap. Trump delivers untruth. They can't find a single thing that he said was not true. But on Ground.News, you can tell who's telling what, who's where. They give the score over here. You can see left-leaning, right-leaning, center. You can go down here, see what outlets are actually reporting on it, and you can see which ones aren't reporting on it. Factuality, ownership, you can see if it's independent. Like most of this is media conglomerates, the big media outlets that are doing this. And you go right here and you can see, you can just pick left. You want to see left articles, center, right articles. You see all of them, and you can just go right down and look at every article talking about this particular subject matter. And there's about 242 on this subject alone. Go to ground.news/Tatum. Subscribe through my link for 40% off. And that is the Vantage plan, which is the plan that I use for unlimited access. Oh, I could not wait. Whoopi couldn't even show up today because she was so hurt. I guarantee you that's why Whoopi Goldberg didn't come up today, because she literally probably cried herself to sleep last night and probably lost her voice and her mind at the same time. So I want to see what the View say. Y'all been ready. We watched it, so you don't have to. Roll the clip.
Gone through your head as you watched this last night.
Oh, come on. I can't wait.
It was really hard to watch, and it kind of pains me to say this today, but I think President Biden needs to step down and be replaced.
You do?
If we want to defeat Donald Trump in November, I absolutely think that. And I think Biden's team saw it coming. I think that's why they pushed for an earlier debate, so they'd have time to change course if needed. But they've got to act fast, and I would implore those closest with the president to have the very hard conversations they're going to need to have, and not just for political ramifications, for humanity, for his integrity, and for his legacy, which, I mean, that's all on the line right now. And Democrats need to stop spinning the age problem. We have sat here, and Alyssa has repeatedly brought up that a lot of people are concerned with his age. And over, Democrats have twisted themselves into a pretzel to say, don't believe your lying eyes, it's not true. And even at this table, we've said, look, Joy's 81. Joy Behar at 81.
Must we keep repeating that?
Sorry.
I gotta say, Joy Behar actually looked good at 81. I mean, I don't know what she looked like without makeup on. She probably looked like a scarecrow. But with the makeup on and all the stuff jazzed up and all that, she looks good at 81, I have to say. Joe Biden doesn't. And it's funny that these fools are acting like this is the first time we've recognized that Joe Biden is under the weather. Like, bro, we've been telling y'all this forever. And now all of a sudden, they need to transition. The craziest part of them transitioning away from Joe Biden is that you are verifying that he shouldn't be president. If the man got the most votes out of any president in United States history, he should be able to stand up for re-election. At minimum. If he actually did a good job. Oh my God, these people. If he actually did a good job as the president, then why can he not run for re-election? If he was better than Donald Trump, why can't he run for re-election, ladies and gentlemen? That means that this whole thing was a lie. We know it was a lie. They ain't figured it out yet.
Joy Behar at 81
But I am.
is not Joe Biden at 81.
No.
And that was on full display last night. But let me be clear. If November comes and President Biden and President Trump are on the ticket, I will 100% be voting for President Biden because the alternative is too scary for me. But I fear that many people in this country do not feel the same way.
So I was genuinely in shock last night watching this. Even though I've had concerns for a couple of years about Biden's age, it was stunningly worse than I expected, the performance. I think within the first 90 seconds, it was kind of baked in. And I think a lot of people tuned out some of the later part of the debates. And I want to be clear, Donald Trump was a mess. He lied his way through it. But Joe Biden's performance.
He lied his way. Look at his B. He lied his way. The only reason I want to call it that, because what type of person lacks integrity so much that they peddle a talking point lie? What did Donald Trump lie about? They never say it. They just repeat the talking point that he lied. He lied. He lied. What did he lie about? What specifically did he lie about? I can tell you right now, top of my head, Joe Biden lied about the Charlottesville thing. Joe Biden lied about the job creation. Joe Biden lied about, what else did he lie about? He lied about a whole bunch of stuff. At least I go with those for right now. What does he lie about? Donald Trump inciting a riot. That's one thing. Donald Trump, he has some other thing he said. I got to go back and look at it, but he lied about a whole bunch of stuff. Kamala Harris completely lied. That brought lied on TV, and we proved her wrong a lot. She said he didn't definitively say that he'll accept the election if it's true. She totally made that up. Joe Biden did a quid pro quo. I mean, you go down the list. It's ridiculous.
It was so bad that it eclipsed everything that Donald Trump said. And his
Want to say that again?
it eclipsed the performance of Donald Trump because the distraction was on Joe Biden's performance. But here's the thing. Biden has been running on Donald Trump as a threat to democracy. He's a threat to our values. I agree with him on that. Donald Trump is a threat to American democracy. We need someone who can beat him. And so I think I've been told for a long time, put country before party and support Joe Biden.
Right.
He needs to put country before his own ambition, and he needs to step aside and pass the baton. Because I'm telling you right now, Trump world is scared when they're hearing rumblings that there could be someone else on the ticket. They know that any other Democrat will wipe the floor with Donald Trump. Mark my words, if it's Trump versus Biden, Trump is going to.
But we only have 40 days.
Look, I think.
No, to the convention, but you have 130 to the election.
Look, I think what we saw was that Biden lost that debate. I think that is an accurate depiction of what happened. Blame it on a cold, blame it on his stuttering, blame it on over-preparation, whatever. But he did lose. Maybe he needs to go. Maybe he needs to be honest with himself and the American people. He can bow out at this time with grace and dignity. He has a record he can be. No.
He cannot bow out with grace and dignity. He lost his dignity when he lied about the election a long time ago. Oh, he lied about January 6th, everything. He lost his integrity a long time ago. We've been seeing this fool stutter and bumble over his words, fall down, up and down stairs, off bikes and all kind of stuff. We've been seeing, like, these mother act like we just saw this. This just came up out of the blue. Like we never heard him talk before, and all of a sudden he's doing this at the debate stage. These women are so stupid and pointless. Even the person that says she's a Republican, she is a pointless idiot. Not one time are they saying what Donald Trump lied about. They're just making it up stuff.
Proud of. But what I will say this, I think it's really ironic that we're the only party talking about needing to replace our nominee. I think it's really ironic that the party that should be pressuring their candidate to step aside is the Republican Party. Their nominee is a convicted felon. He's facing hundreds of charges for criminal activity and has been proven to be a racist, a business fraud, liable for sexual abuse, an insurrectionist. And as Biden said, he has the morals of an alley cat.
He's a racist and an insurrectionist. He should be able to sue them for defamation. And nobody's talking about Biden's daughter in her journal say that she was sexually abused or she was over-sexualized, and she mentioned that she took showers with Joe Biden. In her statement about how she was over-sexualized. But nobody talks about that.
Republicans need to be holding him accountable. The majority of the party, which has been cowardly and feckless and complicit and enabling in allowing Trump's racism, bullying, his demagoguery, misogyny. Why are we, as Democrats, those of us that are Democrats, calling for our nominee to change?
Because he's dead. He's dead. Donald Trump, clearly, if the man was a racist, why'd he go to the Bronx? Why he got so much love from black people? These people are so evil. They're such idiots. They think we stupid. We see he getting more black votes than any Republican in history, but he's a racist? Keep peddling that stuff.
I'll tell you. I'll answer that. And I've always said to you that Republicans and Democrats are cut from a different cloth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Democrats are exquisite. They're precious. They're idealists. Look, I've known Joe Biden, and I love Joe Biden. And I've known Joe Biden for over 20 years. I've never seen Joe Biden like I saw him last night. Sure. It is worrisome. But to me, the binary, until Joe Biden tells me he's giving up, I'm not giving up on Joe Biden. And so, to me...
These are all Democrats. Everybody on the panel is a Democrat. What is she saying?
The binary choice remains the same. He looked elderly yesterday. He sounded elderly. He is elderly. But the choice is no different. It is a very old man versus a very bad man. It is a man who speaks with a weak voice, but tells me the truth in a weak elderly voice, and a man who lies with impunity. He is a machine gun of lies, and he does it with a stronger voice.
Okay.
So I'm not going to judge Joe Biden.
Joe Biden lied on that debate stage 100 times. The Charlottesville thing was, why don't they say that? It was debunked. Donald Trump did not say there's good people on both sides. I just don't understand how grown people can look in the mirror and say, Donald Trump lied, but didn't say Biden lied. And they watched him lie on television and literally kill his campaign.
On 90 bad minutes, I'm going to judge Joe Biden on his lifetime career of putting this country first, of putting you first, of putting women's rights first, and I'm going to judge Trump on 4 debacles of years, 4 years that divided us and made us horrible. So he had a terrible debate. I think we need to watch very closely how he is since then, because when I watched that clip that you just played, I thought to myself, where the hell were you, Joe? Where the hell was this Joe Biden?
Respectfully, I actually was so upset about this last night at 1 in the morning. I rewatched Reagan versus Mondale in '84 when Reagan got trounced.
Yeah.
Reagan at his worst was 10 times better than both performances last night. Barack Obama first debate against Mitt Romney was 10,000
had
times
Alzheimer's
better.
in his
It
second
was
term.
10,000 times better than what we saw. This is historically bad, and I think we need to be awake to the stakes of it because the time is really short.
But
had ice
Reagan had
cream and
Alzheimer's in his second
cocktail.
term. We did not know it.
And we should have known. And by the way, this White House should tell us. I feel duped. I feel like I've been told this guy's doing gymnastics in the White House.
Nah, you're a dummy. You're a dummy, and I'm done with this clip. I can't listen to these fools no more. Y'all gotta listen to this. This broad said, I feel like I'm duped. What are you saying? We all saw Joe Biden fall up the stairs, fall down the stairs, fall off a bike, stumble everywhere he goes. He was at D-Day thing, falling asleep. Where were you at? You do this for a living. You telling me you didn't see all that? I knew he was going to fail. I was on Piers Morgan before the debate, and I said Trump will wipe the floor with this guy. He don't know where he's at. He's elderly, all of the above. Where were you at? You lying heifer. You lying hamburger heifer. But she sit on there, and she act like she a Republican, and she act like this is propaganda. They want you to believe that even Republicans don't like Trump. His poll numbers are soaring. After he get indicted, soaring. After they lie, soaring. After the debate, soaring. Black, Hispanic, soaring. They telling you an image of stupidity. These women was on TV day after day after day after day saying Joe Biden is good. He's healthy, he's strong. I talk to him every day, he's good. Then he shows the world who he is. Now they want to say, I'm so shocked. I did not know he was this way. This is an embarrassment. Y'all going to hell for all that lying. Let me just go back, and I'm done. My voice is, I ain't going to have a voice before I get to the radio. If you see any one of these women when you die, you went to hell. I just want to end with that. I see y'all in the next one, ground.news/Tatum. Get you one of these. I'm out.